take 2 for the 7:30 show. Use your large popcorn and enjoy the show.
Thank you.
That'll be XDX on your right.
Awesome. Thanks.
Romance, comedy, you name it, I've seen it.
Oh my gosh, I never miss the previews.
We definitely need to see that again.
This is Leo Batfish. Roll the credits.
Welcome, moviegoers, cinema freaks, and most importantly, my subscribers. This is Demos in Dust, Tales from the Underground, and I'm Darren Peacock. Today, I'm hosting episode 17 from the bowels of Soulmate Studios, located miles below the surface of the overworld and transmitting on the big screen here at the Leo Batfish Arts and Stafford Theater Complex, located somewhere outside Harp Hollow, Illinois. Today's episode will concentrate on the movie I directed a few years back in 2008 called Still Flying High. It stars the sensational folk and roll group the Flying Dorito Brothers, of course. Like our last few episodes, I'll be using the DVD as a guide, and I'll take you through some of the highlights from the band from that 2001-2007 era. Make your way to concession stand, because this movie is about to begin. The first part of our Folkumentary will be discussing some of the secrets of the band that many people have never heard, among other things. So, Leo, roll that projector and let's get this movie started.
He said it to me once very clearly. He said, if anybody wants you, they can get you. There's nothing you can do about it. When the first shot was fired, the last thing in the world that even occurred to me is that the president could have been shot. Because, you know, this is America, and that sort of thing doesn't happen here.
I can hear the shots. Boom. 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 Apparently something is wrong here. Something is terribly wrong.
I knew the shot was fatal. It was one of those heart-rending things that you just could not understand. My God, how could this be happening?
Oswald, did you shoot the president? I didn't shoot anybody, sir. I haven't been told what I'm here for.
There are a lot of people saying they should kill Oswald. A lot of people.
Lee Oswald has been shot.
You began to wonder what was really happening in America. Was there a vast conspiracy afoot? Fidel Castro was behind the assassination of John Kennedy. Kennedy tried to get Castro, but Castro got Kennedy first.
Lee Harvey Oswald had the help of at least one other person. That person probably fired from the grassy knoll.
I think the evidence shows that the CIA killed President Kennedy.
The enormity of the crime, its unexpectedness, and the fact that nobody got a chance to see Oswald on a stand, I think the doubts will remain 100.
Now you know that isn't true. You're just looking for drama. Get back to the original story.
So, when did you first get started in music?
Well, I don't know. I guess I was probably about 12, 13. Saw the reruns of the Ed Sullivan Show and all those girls. And man, I thought this is a job for me. I was probably more into baseball, really. But I knew I had one of those guitars in the closet, and I thought maybe I'd learn how to make this thing sing. So, took a few lessons, but for the most part, just put on some old Beatle albums and just kind of learn on my own.
Do you think you'll ever give it up?
I don't know. I mean, I've had some knee surgery. I'm not 20 anymore. It's harder to recoup. I don't know. As long as I can stay healthy and not hurt myself too bad, I think I could probably play a few more years. I mean, I'm just trying to stay healthy right now. Ah, shit! Yep, this is where we're going to be tonight. Been waiting for this show all year. We're all set up. Come on in. There's the Rhythm Kitchen. We'll be there in November. Let's take the elevator. Look, the Flying Dorito Brothers. That's us. What's going on? Go.
Imagine all the people living Gently lay down your head. We'll stand by the grave and sip our champagne. Toast a madman singing down in the alley. Toast a madman singing down in the alley.
This is going to be a good one. Wow. Probably back in the late 80s when I was playing with the Heat.
Where did you first see him?
Well, that's the first time I heard about him. And it was one of those things that you didn't know what to expect, you know, with the name like that. But heard Darren Peacock was in it, and I thought, well, I know Darren, you know, he's a talented guy. Didn't get a chance to hear him really till probably 3 or 4 years later, when I was playing in the Fords with Tommy Abbott here. And there was a time we all stopped off at the Red Barn. And that was probably, I think, the first time I'd actually heard the band. And boy, I tell you what, it was a night to behold. It was one of those things that you want your friends to show up to a night like that, you know, because the audience was totally engaged and the room was just raucous that night, you know. We walked away from that thinking, well, that was fun. You know, it was different than just hearing a song and then hearing another song, you know. It was a lot more entertaining, you know. But what set them apart when I finally got to hear them was the entertainment value that you don't see in a lot of bands. You just don't see a situation where the audience and the band is almost entertaining each other. It was kind of a symbiotic relationship between the band and the audience, instead of them just clapping after each song. It was a fun event.
Well, I've been a Dorito now for 20 years. Started in April of 1988. So we've all heard the stories of how the Doritos began, but here's a story you've probably never heard before. Many, many beers ago, before the adult Dragon Wars and the arrival of the work week, there lay a magical mystery land called my youth. Now in the land of my youth, there were two things that were plentiful: time and, well, more time. In fact, we had so much time on our hands that we ran out of things to do. Then, one day, on a journey through the metropolis of Bellevue, I spotted the two famous dwarf wizards of Canudo. "Street wizards," I cried, "help me fill my day." And before I could say pretty please, a bolt of lightning shot from one of the street wizards' fingers, and we were transported to their cozy cottage inside a nearby mountainside. Doing what wizards do, we consulted with the kings and queens of Checker. The two wizards gazed deeply into the enchanted mist and summoned a beast called Dorito, who would grant me any wish that I desired. She was a gentle dragon with the wisdom and power of 500 sorcerers. Oh, my wish, my Lady Dorito, is to become a minstrel and travel the lands, sharing the songs and folklore of days gone by. To be a Dorito, to entertain, to make merriment, to take merriment, to boldly go where no man has gone before, to... Sorry, I didn't happen that way at all. Welcome back to Demos and Dust. Part 2 of our feature today will be a bit of a history lesson, along with some live performance footage, so let's get back to the film. Demos and Dust, Tales from the Underground.
When did you become a Dorito brother?
Well, can you hold on a second here? I'm going to hit one here. Fantastic. See, it's all about form. It was back in the year 2000. I had a buddy that I hadn't known that long, really, named Lance Deco. Probably met him sometime in the last 2 or 3 years before that, and he was going to play an Ellendorf job with his good friend Darren Peacock. And they had just lost, the Doritos had just lost their bass player, and Lance recommended that maybe they give me a shot. I don't think Lance really knew whether I could actually play or not. We were friends outside of music, basically, so I don't know whether he really knew. I mean, he knew I played in bands, but I don't know whether he really knew whether I was going to be able to cut it or not, you know. But he made the recommendation, and I went to rehearsal, and really there wasn't any looking back from there, you know. I felt like, well, this is something that I'm looking for. Gonna be a good one. Ow! Shit!
So tell me, how did you first become a Flying Dorito brother?
Well, I was playing in a band with Chris Dorito, John Price Trio, and he had actually played in the Doritos, started playing with the Doritos for a gig they were doing, and he approached me and said, I'd like to sit in with the Doritos, trying to get a show together for Ellendorf, and I said, yeah, that'd be great, you know. So I came over, and gosh, the rest was history.
What year was that?
That was early 90s, I think 91, maybe 92.
Probably 2000s.
It was.
Time flies.
Time flies when you're a Dorito.
So just keep thinking, don't really worry about like the set having fast songs and stuff, because what we're trying to do in a lot of these songs is recreate studio songs. So it's not a dance crowd. This is people laying back in their chairs, drinking beer, being entertained. So we're trying to recreate records. So it doesn't have to be pounding. It just has to be tasty. The tastier, the better. So we finally got the rhythm, I think, that last time. Okay, here we go. Little Sweet Virginia.
Sweet Virginia.
You got that on tape, didn't you? Okay, a drag of some good weed, if you got some real.
Well, I tell you, Ellendorf was a special show. Gosh, I probably went to my earliest one was probably in early '80s, '83, maybe '84. It had been going on for a long time. It was just a great festival where it was a party for musicians, and that's what it was all about, love and partying. But having a big flying Dorito Brothers was good to play out there. I can remember the bonfires going, and it was just wow. It's just a special feeling outdoors with people that love you, and you're loving them, and it was just a great feeling.
How about a big hand for the Dorito
Well, as the show progressed, it was getting rowdier and rowdier, and the fire was getting bigger and bigger, and we're into Carrie Brown, and I thought that the stage was going to catch fire. I mean, these embers were flying into us, and it's kind of funny how we're reacting to it.
Carry on and carry, Carrie Brown, I cried. Fucking Mary, Carrie Brown, believe I'd rather die. Believe I'd rather die, boys, believe I'd rather die.
part of our film, we get to see the Flying Dorito Brothers recording down here in the studio, enjoying their friendship and just having a great time. So I hope to see all of you next month for our next Demos in Dust. But before we go back to the movie, I wanted to plug my new book coming out soon called Tales from the Orange Room, When Days Were Psychedelic, available soon on Amazon. This is my test press copy. I should be getting through this and making sure that it's all good to go, and then it'll be available on Amazon. Mine looks a little different, but it's because it's a test copy. It's about my life growing up in the 60s and 70s. I lived the lifestyle of the time, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That was the mantra, and music was my mission. Like many musicians, I found myself heading down a one-way road to poverty and despair, before at the last minute pulling my life over onto the freeway of opportunity and actually making something out of myself. There were many bumps along the way, and this is my story. So, I'd like all my Monroe Grade School and Limestone High School friends and classmates to buy my book. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a revealing and often humorous tale that I tell in this book. So if you're from Mardell Manor or you grew up in the 60s and 70s, a lot of this will strike a chord with you. If you're a baby boomer, you'll connect with this book called Tales from the Orange Room, When Days Were Psychedelic. Available soon on Amazon in paperback, color, and black and white, and will also be available in an ebook. So now, back to our movie. Well, with Chris, when Chris first got in the band, I was so overwhelmed by his talent. He really has a knowledge of music, theory, and really knows what he's doing. I kind of fly by the seat of my pants, but, I just was kind of intimidated, actually, for several years. He might not even know this, but because I always felt that, he was too good for us, really. I always kind of felt that he would be bored with playing this kind of music that I was playing, which was, a lot of three-chord stuff and John Prine and whatnot. But he's stuck around all these years, and I'm glad he has. He really does seem to like the band, so... once I found out that he wasn't...
My other brother over here going to do some fantastic Garfunkel. This is Todd. This is Chris Dorito. Chris Dorito over here. You almost forget my name. I love him so much. He's just always there.
So this is Todd, is it? That's our brother Darren Dorito right here.
Here we go. Here's an old song that you might even know this one.
Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Sitting on a sofa on a Sunday afternoon. Stripping chair. Laugh about it, shout about it when you've got to choose. Any way you look at it, you lose. Where have you gone? Show DiMaggio, our nation turns its lonely eyes to you. What's that you say, Mrs. Robinson? Jolton Joe has left and gone away. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
What are you doing, Ben? Just floating in the Stillwater party. Thinking about classics and Mrs. Robinson. Rock and roll ending, but that's all we can figure out.
That room, Jim?
But it's ours!
Oh my God. I think the first gig was at the Peoria Country Club for an eye doctor's convention. And, you know, I'm still in the, you know, band mode where we're playing songs and people are clapping, you know, and Darren shows up with eye patches for everybody in the band and has some crazy scheme that we're all going to turn our backs to the audience when we play in that and turn around and have eye patches on in an eye convention, you know. And so, you know, I went along with it, you know, and it went over. That was one thing that was interesting about the whole situation. He wasn't afraid to try things and get out there, and he's always thinking of the entertainment value, I guess.
Well, the first gig I remember as the 6-piece, I think it was 6 or 7, I can't remember now, was this gig for the, I think it was the Illinois Eye Center, and it was a dinner dance kind of thing. So we could play dinner music quietly during the first part, and then the idea was then to play dance music towards the end. So I had this idea, we're playing the Eye Center, let's all get eye patches. So my wife Sharon kind of put together 6 or 7 eye patches, and we all put them on before the show. So we all turned around, and then it was like, ladies and gentlemen, the Dreeder Brothers. And this was, you know, there's doctors out there and everything, and then this was kind of their reaction. And that was it. But I tell you what, I laughed all the way to the gig. During the first song, I mean, I was just giddy. So I enjoyed it. So I don't know if anyone else did, but it was funny to me. I know Tom Nelson liked it, though. Mother was
Oh, she told me that she'd meet me and the clock struck 21 at the stockyard, about a half a mile from town. Hey, they say her breath is sweet, but I'd rather smell her feet. She's got freckles on her butt, she is nice. She's got freckles on her butt, she is nice. She's got freckles on her butt, she is nice. She's got freckles on her nose, she's got freckles on her toes. She got freckles on her butt, she is nice. Timber flying, train on Mother's Day. Your parents well, your children's hell.
Do you know my part?
don't think so, Tom.
Oh, bring him down. You want to bring me down?
You can't fucking do it.
It's great for your ego, aren't they?
Put it on the back.
I think as long as we're getting good levels on tape, then we can just kind of move ahead and finish up what we need to do, and you guys can get rolling.
Just like Brian Sunday, oh I lying in bed just like Brian Wilson did. Yeah.
Can you hear the bass now?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. We'll hear it more out here too.
Do me a one iron.
She's a one eye, one eye, one eye. She's a one eye.
She's the one eye, one eye whore. She's the one eye, cracks on for. No, there's no crack involved. Let's.
What about that Lance Dorito?
Lance is a great addition too. Banjo player, guitar player. Gosh, he's got red hair. You can't beat it.
And what's anybody's opinion on this? Should I be doing a strumming thing, a cross-picking thing, a picking with my schwans thing?
Get that flush on there.
I like the picking with the Schwans thing.
Yeah.
Now there is a story in Dorito folklore of the flashing at the Red Barn. Remember that at all?
The what?
The flashing at the Red Barn.
Oh, yeah.
Are you talking Renee or other flashing?
Well, that was that one particular night. We just had that magic effect. That magic thing going where the girls just started taking their clothes off. It was just an amazing thing.
I think it's our hair.
It is the hair.
I think it was the hair. I had just gotten my hair cut earlier that day.
I think everybody had.
And
That's right, we all had got our hair cut at the same time.
That's the best thing about all this hair, all these
we were all
sets.
looking really, really good.
Oh, yeah.
See?
And it's just the inhibitions of the audience were just flying. Flying like...
Well, didn't Chris
nobody's
Dorito say
business.
the first time he saw you guys over at the Red Barn, he was sitting in the front, and he started hearing all this hooping and hollering, and he went back there, and there were girls on the tables with no shoes.
Yeah, we'd had a few flashers there as well. We actually had a guy flasher.
Yeah?
Took his pants off.
Didn't you have a pole dancer over at Leonardo's that pole danced on the tree?
Broke the tree.
That kind of got you kicked out of there for a while,
Yeah,
didn't
it did. So now I see it's
That's
open.
another story.
Yeah, it is.
Crowd controls and Major Tom. Crowd controls and Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Crowd controls and Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on. Take this message and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. you've really made the grade. And the papers want to know whose shirt you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating in a most peculiar way. And the stars look very different today, as here am I floating in my tin can. War above the world, planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do.
See this?
Yeah.
You're gonna like it.
I think I'll like it.
Okay.
Feels good.
1, 2, 3.
Let's